Welcome to Open Vibes with your host, Denmika Eugene. Good evening, good evening. We are here with Miss DeBlair Fitness. I'm so excited to have her, you guys. This is going to be a great opportunity to ask questions about fitness, health, life, strength, and we're going to go back into a little bit of her military past. So let's do this. Let's just jump right in. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. How are you?
I am great. So, Miss DeBlair, so tell us a little bit about who you are and what's your brand.
So I am just a country girl from Mississippi that is just trying to make it in this world. I have a clothing brand, 8-figured, and that stemmed from me being a personal trainer for 17 years. I'm now a certified coach. So I kind of transitioned away from doing like the physical training, but I still do like the coaching and things like that. I'm still currently in the military, and I have a background in, web design and IT. So, but my baby is my 8-figure brand. So that is what I'm most excited about.
Excellent, excellent. How do you do all this in the military? And you've been in for 17 years, you said?
20.
20. Oh, wow.
I trained for 17 years.
Okay. Yeah. So you're a fitness trainer in the military now?
No.
No?
So I'm an instructor. I'm a military instructor in the military. So my personal training and all that stuff is in my civilian life.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So out of Mississippi, where are you located now?
Atlanta.
Nice, nice. So, all right. So you're in the Air Force, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, if you see the Air Force, I'm hoping that's the right blue down there. Well, thank you so much for your service. We definitely appreciate you, and we need more people like you. That's old school military.
Right.
I'll say that.
I can't believe I'm old school. I'm like, am I auntie now, or am I still the niece?
You transition into auntie.
Oh no.
Aunties are cool though, because they teach you, they train you. Yeah. That's what they do. All right. So 8-figure brand. So how did that come about?
Well, it came about because, like I said, I was a trainer for 17 years and got to the point where I needed to move my priorities elsewhere. Because if you are a trainer, a successful trainer, and with the clientele that I had, it took me away from my family and everything all the time. So I had to come up with a better plan to basically still stay in the fitness world, but at the same time still help change lives, but prioritize what needs to be prioritized. So that's when I decided to just kind of, birth my brand. I'm a designer anyway. Okay. So I design my own clothes. Well, I wasn't a clothing designer, I'll take that back, but I just, went to school for web design. So I just started being creative. I used to do flyers and things like that. So I kind of put it into, it's no difference. It's your clothes are a canvas. So I just kind of put it into that and, came up with this. So that is pretty much the gist of how it started, just kind of trying to find a different out.
Excellent. So I absolutely love the 8-figure. Like it's so, it's a play on words, but also, we want that figure 8 and, it's perfect for a workout clothing designer, So let me ask you this. How do you find balance with everything that you do, still being in the service?
It's hard, and it's still hard. And there was no balance before. It was always just work, work, work. That's what I now finally had to come up with. And sometimes you realize it too late. Luckily, I haven't realized it too late, but the balance, the job and what I do can pretty much like run your life. Okay. Because when you're a trainer, your life really doesn't belong to you, because you're investing in other people. Yes. And their lives and their livelihood and their schedules and their commitments, and you need to be there. So that was a challenge for a lot of years, back and forth with the family as it relates to my time management and how much time I spent away from home. So I had to start figuring out what I wanted out of life. You know what I mean? What's important to me, you know? So I had to kind of try to incorporate what I love to do into what is really important to me. So I can't say I haven't mastered. That's me how I did it. I'm better at it. I'm more mindful, you know, being intentional with where I spend my time and when I need downtime, when I need family time. So you just have to be purposeful and intentional with your time management.
Absolutely love it. I was thinking earlier, and I don't know if you do this or if you have this yet with your brand, maybe like a journal that go along with your clients that you service, you know, to I'm eating, I'm documenting everything or something like that. I don't know. I was just thinking that earlier. Do you have something like that for them now?
No, I have something coming that's being created, a journal. That's one of my secrets I wasn't supposed to open up. But yes, that is very important. Just talking about having a balanced life because a lot of people don't realize how much I would say this. A lot of people don't put enough time and energy into working out and training.
Definitely.
It's more so work and you never put yourself first.
Hmm.
Or you usually put everybody else first. So everybody's balance is different. You know what I'm saying? Some people indulge in their career and that's
Hmm.
what they do, and they forget about family because they have nothing to bring to the table once they get home because they're drained and they've given everything to work. You know,
Definitely.
and I was one of the ones that kind of like poured into my career for so long, and forgot about that balance. Never really enjoyed friends and family and just really the things that makes the memory. So
Wow. So are you enjoying that now?
yes, I'm getting
Okay.
better. So I can say I'm so much better than I was before,
Excellent.
and it feels good, to have that back. People understand, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So
I think it's important to take that back. And that's why talking to you was so important to me and having this conversation because, far too often we neglect the physical body and we abuse it and we use it up. And then, I notice like people, as they're getting older, they're tired and they have not poured into themselves and taken that back. So let me ask you this. What are some ways that you have identified or learned that an individual is, that they're ready for that change to go into that routine of exercising or, the mindset?
it's mental. It's 100% mental, and I do what my 6 week challenge now, and it goes hand in hand with what you're saying now. I no longer force you to be ready,
Okay.
so when you're ready. When, hey, I have to do something. Like a lot of them come and say it's time. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
most of the time your body tells you if you've waited too late. So you may go to the doctor and now they put you on insulin because you're diabetic, or now you're starting to have frequent headaches, or you don't like how you look in the mirror. And that's when you come and say, I need to stop and take care of myself. It's not just about you know just convenience anymore.
Mhm.
Taking care
Mhm.
of yourself is taking care of your family, because if you're not here, your family is not taken care of, and they forget that, they neglect that. Like, your body is the most important temple, and what you put inside your body and how you feel, like lack of sleep, looking older, getting to the point where you're in your 50s and you're barely moving around because you've laid dormant for so long and not exercise those muscles in that body. So it's usually 100% mental. That's how they know when they're ready. It gets to a point where you either hit rock bottom or you
Mhm.
just say, hey, it's time for me to take care of me and love me.
Definitely, definitely. So, why do you believe that you've never allowed yourself to succumb to, cultural environments or just status quo? Because with your brand and what you're offering, um, people to see themselves in a little bit more positive light, a confident light. You've never succumbed to those circumstances. What do you believe has pushed you to that level?
I think just naturally I grew up involved in like sports and being active,
Okay.
and it just transit. I'm a competitor, so I'm always doing something that involves competition, whether it's playing sports. I played sports in college,
Okay.
and I it happened by accident. It wasn't even something that I planned. I didn't
Mhm.
always eat right though. I grew up in Mississippi, so I grew up eating the fast food restaurants, the fried chicken, macaroni, the chitlins, all of that. So it's not like I just woke up and all of a sudden I became this health guru. It just so happens that I was active my entire life. I didn't learn how to eat right or what is considered right or good for your body until later on when I moved to Atlanta and started doing fitness competitions. That's when I learned how to eat good because I was still, doing whatever.
Wow. So give us one example or a day of what you would eat when you were training for the competitions, because eating for that is a little bit different than.
It's a whole lot different. It's not. It's a whole lot different, and it just depends on what you're trying to do. With my category, I was a figure competitor, so just a lot. So my protein consists of just like the fish, and then your carbs, your clean carbs, which is your baked potato, your sweet potatoes. Depends, sometimes the brown rice, and then your just raw vegetables, whether it's the broccoli or the asparagus, cauliflower. That's what I ate every single day, all day. I would switch up to chicken. I would do, chicken sometimes with the salt-free seasoning, but it was chicken or fish.
Okay.
Sometimes a lean piece of steak, depends. And your clean carbs and your clean vegetables, nothing more, nothing less.
Wow. Excellent. So what would you say to someone who's like, well, I want to start exercising? Fear of muscle fatigue or fear of, we've had those days. I've had those days. I'm gonna be very honest. To where I've worked out with someone or they've pushed me too hard and I was like a rusty nail the next few days, like I was no good because they pushed me so hard. Is that something that is,
it shouldn't happen? That's something that shouldn't happen. When I was meeting my clients, I had to meet them where they were. Okay. So I asked a series of questions. When was the last time you work out? What's your daily routine looks like? Because you can't just throw a person in the fire. First of all, they're not going to come back because you're doing too much. And then second thing, you want their body to ease into it. Like you're naturally probably, once you start working out with a trainer, going to get dizzy because your body is doing something that is not normally doing. But over time, your trainer should be watching you and easing you into that. They should never just try to like take you out the game. Like that sounds like male trainers. I ain't nothing wrong with male trainers, but the male trainers are the ones that will take you to the ringer and they just push you to a different level. So I've seen it so many times.
And I grew up an athlete. And I played sports all through high school. When I got to college, I played some intramural. And I didn't ask you, what sports did you play?
I played softball. I was a softball player.
Yeah. Yes, Detroit. PSL league. I played in high school, and my team was city champs. So just.
Yeah. What position did you play?
I was the catcher.
Okay, I was a pitcher.
Yeah. Oh man, we perfect pair.
Yeah.
Yes. So most of my team, as they graduated, they went to FAMU. So shout out to them if they watching. Love them. They were an awesome group, and some of them still play to this day.
Yeah.
But saying that to say, and then I was military, so done all that. And then as I got a little bit older, I didn't exercise at one point, had kids and all that. Went back in the gym, and the men trainers, they just push you so hard to the point where honestly, I felt like, well, maybe I got a little PTSD to working out for and getting over that fear. So I just have to work out on my own.
It's intimidating.
Mm-hmm. So I just want people who maybe have experienced that, because I live in a military town, and people who've experienced that, what words of encouragement would you give them for them to say, you know what, I do need to work out and I'm going to start slowly, or I need someone to meet me where I'm at?
You got to be upfront with them, let them know what your expectations are, and look for that particular person that's going to meet your expectations. And sometimes it may take going through 2 or 3 different trainers, for them to understand, or when you are going through it, vocalize what's going on with you, vocalize what's going on with your body so they can understand. So you just have to get somebody that you can connect with. They should listen, your goals are your goals, and that's what they should be meeting, not their goals. So it shouldn't be their intention to just kind of like have you laid out on the floor, especially if it's like your first time getting back into working out.
Mhm.
So just be up. If don't be afraid to say, hey, you may not be the one for me, and don't just let that one experience shy you away from trying other trainers. you
Mhm.
know so even online stuff, it's so much online stuff. Even if you wanted to kind of ease yourself back into it yourself, there's a lot of amazing videos. With the quarantine and COVID, it opened up a huge avenue for people to do a lot of online stuff where you can kind of watch and do the stuff on your own to kind of prep yourself as well. So
Excellent. Excellent. So when would you say is honestly the best time of day to work out?
everybody's different. If it was me, I would say first thing in the morning, because you never know what your day consists of. Things happen. And if you say, hey, I'm going to do it at this time, and then something comes up, you're gonna miss it. So I think that it should be the priority. I like getting it out of the way. If I have to be at work at 8 o'clock, get up at 5, get it in. That way the rest of the day is yours. If there is room for error, it won't impact your training. So
Excellent. Excellent. So Mimi Green said, I logged on at the right time. My last trainer was not the one for me. I just ended the relationship on Thursday. It was so many things I didn't like. Um, I said this would be a good interview, a trainer, or see if we are a good match. So yes, definitely interview your trainer, and that's definitely good because it's just like with anything else. We want the best for ourselves. We're paying our money for this service, so
right.
definitely. So when someone's looking to be trained by you, should they approach you with a plan, or do you help them map all that out?
They should know what they want. Like I don't want to be your goal. I want you to have your own goal. So you don't have to map out a plan, but you do have to know where you want to be, or what you're looking, how you want me to help you. You know what I mean? So it's like a team effort. The plan is for me to decide once you tell me what you're looking to do. So I don't expect you to have a plan. That's what I'm for. But I do expect you to come with the motivation and just the upfront, like, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get off the insulin. I'm trying to, be fine for hot girl summer, whatever it is.
Whatever.
Yeah, you just got to be upfront with it, and then just let me drive it from there.
So do you feel like people need to work out every day?
No, you have to rest. Resting is a part of working out because your muscles have to recover. So if
Okay.
you'll end up like really injuring yourself
Mhm.
if you just work out nonstop and not rest. So you definitely have to rest. Even with my clients that I do the challenge with, we train 5 days a week. We do one stretch day because the people don't stretch enough. So
Okay.
one yoga day and one complete rest day.
Okay. So the 6 week challenge. So do you do that online as well, or do you have to be in person?
No, it's virtual. And this is my last week for the group that I'm with now. And
Okay.
it basically, I create the program. I do a consultation for each of my clients, and I just hear what their goals are. And I write your meal plan and I write your workouts weekly based on your goals. And, we have a private group, a group me. You check in with me like every day we're talking. So we're in like a private chat, and then you have weekly phone calls with me, checking in to kind of see how things are. It's real. I like this way better because I'm able to reach more people, especially like across the world, and it allows me to basically train you to be, good for yourself, because you may not always have a trainer. But the only thing you got to do is do the work, because I give you everything. I tell you what
Mhm.
to eat. I write it out for you, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Wow.
Thursday. And then I give you your workouts every single week, So you chime in with me. I'm on group me. I can check on you anytime I want to. If I feel like you've fallen off, I call you on the phone. So
Mhm.
it's good for my time management and for their time management.
Excellent. So you work with people who have illnesses, the elderly, you work with
Certified.
everyone.
Yep, I'm
And
certified to train the elderly. I did get my certification in senior citizens, 65 and older, or whatever, and pregnancies, all of that. So I got certifications in all of those.
excellent. I absolutely love it. So who inspires you?
I have a lot of people that inspire me, just people that are around me. Anybody that's doing them, they are inspiration. People that we look at, and it was this one particular guy that's a trainer. He got his leg cut off, and he still ran a marathon. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of people that inspire me. People, we make excuses all the time. We take things for granted until we don't have it anymore. Like what it's like having our limbs, what it's having, the ability to just get up, move around, walk, or whatever. So my inspiration comes from those that like don't give up. Like no matter what, they don't let life, get them or whatever, and they keep pushing through it. So.
So, how has discipline impacted you? I mean, knowing your background, you have to be very disciplined.
Right.
But what does that mean to you?
I guess for me, it's on a different level because I've been military for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had structure playing sports in high school, playing sports in college. So I've always had a level of discipline, period. Was I always the best kid growing up in high school? No, we all got in trouble and did stupid things for the most part. But as far as like being trained mentally, I always had some level of, I've always had a mentor, people that, cared about what was going on in my life or whatever. So that kind of helped out a lot. And the military probably was everything. That probably changed my life. That was a discipline that I was not ready for, but it kind of grew me up, I guess.
Yes.
And it made me, I teach a course now as an instructor, resiliency training. And that right there, I just recently got certified in resiliency training.
Wow.
And that right there is a whole different level of discipline, because not only we're talking about the physical aspect, but when you talk about the mental aspect of things, mental health, suicidal thoughts, because people don't love themselves, or they look in the mirror and they don't like what they see, or they want to see the Instagram model that looks like this and trying to mimic them. So it's a whole different level of discipline that comes along with, being a trainer and doing what I do. When you go this deep, so I purposely, went a little deeper. So it's not just about the physical.
I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that you're consistently educating yourself on different levels, because like you said, exercising or all of this is about your mindset and where you are. So you can incorporate the resiliency training into the exercising. I absolutely love that. What do you believe are some of the most memorable things about you in this program?
Probably feeling like I saved lives, because I actually had a testimony today. One of my clients got off of some medicine that the doctor had them on because they were not eating good, eating clean. I get my enjoyment out of knowing that little old me was able to impact somebody and change somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Like if I help you love yourself more, or if I help you get rid of one of the pill bottles or one of the insulin bottles or whatever the case may be. So that right there is my highlight. Like I thrive off of that, just allowing people to live longer, healthier lives.
Excellent. Excellent. So what would you say to a young woman who, like you said, they look on Instagram and they feel like that's what I have to look like. That's how I have to be. What would you say to a young woman who's dealing with that and that negative self-image?
Well, that's what the 8-figure brand represents, like representation of oneself, just loving who you are. Before anything, you have to try to love yourself. So a lot of us have mental health issues, and a lot of us really don't realize it. If you are really trying to be somebody else or whatever, that means you're not loving what God created for you. So that's a whole different conversation. Before you can even try to physically be the best person you can be, you have to first accept who you are, accept what God gave you, engineer what God gave you or whatever. So I have a lot of that. A lot of my consultations are conversations with people that say they hate how they look and they wish they looked like this. But you can have somebody wishing they look like you, or you more so admiring you. You can admire a person without wanting to be them. They could be your motivation, like just kind of channel your energy and how you think into a different way. So I ask people, what is their why? That's big for me. Like, what is your why? Why are you here? Why do you want to be better? Why do you love yourself or whatever? Tell me some things that you like about yourself. So that's that whole resiliency, mental health part that you have to get them to understand before they can even like try to be a better part of them. And it's sad that people want to be somebody else. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? But it is a sickness, you know, that mental health is real.
Yeah,
And it sometimes takes people that are more educated than I am that actually, you know, are does this for a living to kind of help them out. So
excellent. So how has the mind of like the client you're getting to date from, how has that shifted since the pandemic?
uh people are gaining more weight and realizing like what the heck is going on. But they're probably realizing that it's time to take care of themselves, because when you take a picture that tells a whole different story, you think
Mm-hmm.
everything is good, but then you realize, oh my God, I sat around and I gained 20, 30 pounds. I wouldn't say it's any different than anybody else, but I say it's more frequent, especially if you allowed yourself during the quarantine to gain that weight and lay dormant, because we were supposed to be in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, if you're not used to going out being active, you're not finna start. You finna Netflix and chill and do whatever you do. Enjoy life. Be under your boo, whatever it is. That's your perfect time to be in the house. So a lot of people realize that after the world opened back up, honey, when summertime hit and it's time to wear the crop tops, that's when it gets real and reality sets in.
Wow. I think it's set in, I think it'll set in a little more when they order this 8-figure outfit and they're gonna realize that, you know, this is it's gonna help me, but
Yes, they need
getting
to come on. Hey, but you know what? I got it for all sizes.
I love it.
Everybody is beautiful.
Yes.
It's available for all
There's
sizes.
something for everyone.
Yes.
Nice, nice. So are you thinking about adding any like a shoe line to this, or is this
No, guess
maybe
my it's so funny that my resistance bands came today. So I've been manufacturing resistance band. They actually just came in today. My waist trainers came today. My workout gloves came today, and my mats came today. And I've been working on for a couple of months my nutritional line. So I have an 8-figure nutritional line that's coming up soon.
okay.
And we're in the testing phase right now. That's going to take a little longer because I have to go through testing and everything to make sure all the products are good, FDA approved, and all of that. So that should be launching around the summertime.
Okay,
So
so when you looking to launch with that, because that was actually my next question as far as a nutrition line.
yeah, so hopefully in the summertime, I can't give a specific date, but I'm aiming for like the end of July, beginning of August.
Okay. I mean, so what items are you gonna put out? You know, what type, you know.
What do you need, girl? What do you need?
I
I
mean,
got
I'm
it
looking
all.
like I'm thinking protein. What type of protein
So
bars?
I will have protein powder. I will
Okay.
have B12. I will have your elderberry. I will have your apple cider
Okay.
vitamins. I will also have things for men and women, different type of
Okay.
multivitamins and everyday, just all your essentials.
Mhm.
And I will have a fat burner,
Okay.
and I will also have like a pre-workout
Okay.
item as well. So those are just a couple of things that I'll have. I mean, I have access to do everything, but I probably specialize only in a couple of things because I'm not trying to be GNC right now. But I do want to give the essentials that we need. So it'll
Okay.
kind of go hand in hand with the program, because a lot of us are deficient in a lot of the vitamins and we don't even realize it.
So that's the next arena. But I can always help you test if you need a test.
Oh, absolutely,
I am
absolutely.
available. And I
Okay.
get good feedback, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so in your program, do you incorporate endurance, strength, you know, stretching, all of those, um, and you incorporate a meal plan. But let's talk about some essential vitamins that you know you need, because a lot of times what I see different posts, I see people asking questions about, well, I need a multivitamin, or I'm looking for a vitamin. What's the best vitamin? So many things on the market right now.
Right.
What does a good multivitamin look like?
So they come, I mean, you have your multivitamins with all your A, B, C, D, E essentials. You have your 27 vitamins that you need mostly. And it just depends. You get a lot of your nutrition from your foods. So a lot of people are already getting what they need. But if you're like me, I stopped eating meat or whatever. So I lost a lot of my vitamins that I would naturally get from my meats, my red meats, my chicken and things like that. So I had to do a comprehensive panel. I was vitamin D deficient, and it just depends on you. So I would encourage you to do a comprehensive panel to see what your body is doing, to kind of see where you are with your vitamins, and that can kind of determine if you just need to maintain it and just do a regular 1 a day vitamin that has
Okay.
all you need, or if you need to target something to get yourself where you need to be. So it just kind of depends on like your eating. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like to take pills. They like to do it like the natural way, or just go through their foods to get it, because that's where you're supposed to get all your nutrients from.
Hmm.
But we don't always get it because we don't always eat the way we should. So it just depends on the person.
Excellent. Excellent. So, I've recently so my understanding is vegetable capsules are a little bit better than maybe like your 1 a days or something like that, or does that really make a difference?
As far as getting your greens, like your vegetables in, you
No, the
saying?
capsule is encapsulated in.
Oh,
Yeah.
encapsulated. Yeah, because like that's what I like, because I still pop my capsule open, and everything I pour in a powder form. Let me tell you why. My philosophy is, I don't know. I grew up old school. You remember the goody powders, the BC and the goody
Yes.
powder?
Yes.
So taking a ibuprofen tablet versus taking a goody powder, the difference is amazing. Like
Okay.
that
'Cause
goody
it's in the
powder,
bloodstream.
yeah, it goes in the blood right away. But with that tablet, it still works, but it just takes little longer to
To
get to your body. You know what I mean? But if you're taking vitamins 1 a day, it shouldn't be no rush. It's gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say one way or other works, because it's still gonna get to where it needs. It just absorbs a little slower
Okay.
than the actual capsules.
Excellent, excellent. So you train all the way from, like we said, the elderly to you train fitness competitors now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. And you're an instructor in the military. You know, how do you what does your me time look like? What does your relaxation time look like? Something that you just ultimately enjoy.
I like getting massages. So I'm a big person on getting foot massages. And I think I'm like ADHD because I don't know how to sit down. I have to kind of force myself to sit down and watch TV or whatever. Like I don't watch much TV because I always feel like there's something that needs to be taken care of, needs to be done. But I have just recently started being intentional with kind of like doing downtime and me time, because my health started becoming affected by me just going nonstop. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I will just, just relax, read a book, or go get a massage, or just hang out and just do nothing where I don't have to think. That's relaxation for me.
That's good. That's good. So why you say you prefer the foot massage?
It's just relaxing. You know what I mean? Just I work on my feet all the time. I
Mhm.
wear combat boots every single day, and I'm running all the time. Yeah, so it's just relaxing to get that blood flowing and get that release. Versus, I mean, I like full body massages too, but if
Okay.
I had to go and do a quick, relaxation, it's just lay back, get a foot massage, and
I love it. I love it. So you were nominated. No, actually you were nominated for first sergeant of the year.
oh my God, you've been doing your research. Oh my God, yes,
That's
last
awesome.
year. Yeah.
That is major. So how did that feel? Tell us about that experience.
Oh, well, it was shocking because I was put in for that. I wasn't expecting it. It's more so shocking when you don't expect it, because, I
Mhm.
train troops every day, about 100 troops every 6 weeks. So just being noticed like that, it's almost like it's humbling to know that something that I'm doing is making an impact big enough for somebody to put me in on a national level to be a first sergeant of the year, when there's hundreds and hundreds of them out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes. Well, congratulations, because that's huge and that deserves to be celebrated. That deserves to be said because like I said, I'm prior service, my husband's prior service, and first sergeant of the year that's a really big deal. It's a really big deal. That means you have made, an effective impact on people's lives. You've made change come about. So kudos to you. That's major. That is major. So thank you so
I
much.
still blush when I say that because I'm such like I'm not shy, but when it comes to stuff like this, I'm like I don't like talking about me.
And you know
You
what? But
know,
you sometimes you have to talk about you. It's not arrogance, it's not, boasting. It's really reflecting over where you come from to
mm-hmm.
where you are, celebrating the wins. And you deserve to celebrate your wins. A lot of times people, if they could look over you, they will. And
Right.
this is your time right here, right now. We're talking about DeBlair Fitness, and we're talking about the 8-figure brand and everything that you've accomplished. So it deserves to be recognized. And you guys, you need to look her up. She's on Instagram. You need to support her brand. She's a boss. She's a servant of the country. And she's doing something that's teaching us and training us to promote better health, a better quality of lifestyle, because we all have dreams and goals. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, taking care of our bodies, how are we going to get to those goals?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So hats off to you. So where can people find your brand at?
So I have a website that you can visit. Go to www.8figure.com. Also, if you're interested in any type of coaching, my 6-week challenge, you can find me on Instagram at DeBlair Fitness. Also, my fitness website is www.deblairfitness.com. Hey, Shayla. And 8figure.com. So I'm easy to find. So
Definitely. So she is on Instagram. You on Facebook as well?
oh yes, I'm on Facebook. It's Blair Choose Healthy. So I
Okay.
have an alias. I have a different audience over there. So
I know it's different from.
it's so different. Yeah.
It is I found it to be very different. So do me a favor. Looking at your desk, grab 2 items for me. That's
I can't stand up.
yeah, I know you can't. So just 2 simple items in front of you.
Okay. One, I got a glove.
Okay.
And I have some chapstick.
Okay. So this is just a fun little game I like to do. Tell me, how would you save the world with those 2 items?
So first of all, with this chapstick, because I cannot live without my lip gloss, you cannot be in this world with chapped lips. So
No.
first of all, right, you will be in a better mood and you will be mentally able to function if you have lip gloss and glossy lips. So
Yes.
that's one way. Okay, with my glove, I can save the world because I feel like I can grip onto more things, grab hold of the challenging things in life, and
Yes.
be able to pull people because they won't slip out of my hands with
Yes.
my glove.
That's good stuff. So the lip gloss reminded me of the Book of Eli. You remember that? And they didn't have any oils or any.
Yeah.
So yes, you would save a lot of people with that. Definitely.
That was funny.
I love it. So what are 3 fun facts about you?
3 fun facts. One is I ride motorcycles. I'm in an all-female motorcycle club. I'm actually the vice president of my motorcycle club.
Okay.
I've been riding for about 5 years.
Nice.
And the second thing is I'm the only child.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And the third thing about me is I love to laugh. I'm over the top goofy. I swear I'm a comedian. So that's that's the third thing.
Oh, I love that, because you wouldn't get that from your history that but that's good. So do you make your clients laugh when they're working out?
Well, they no, because they be cussing me out.
I had a trainer before, and he used to say, "You better call him," because I wouldn't cuss. I would just say, "Jesus."
Yeah.
And he was like, "You better call him because you're gonna need him." when I used
Yeah.
to be like, oh, but yeah. Oh, well, make them laugh. Maybe they won't curse.
I mean, they do. It's funny. I laugh. Like, I tell them about themselves after the
Okay.
fact. You know what I'm saying? When
Oh,
you see
yeah. And then you're
somebody,
laughing.
yeah, then you laugh. So,
That's good stuff. So, an only child. If
yes.
you, and honestly, you wouldn't expect the only child to accomplish the things that you have. And I'm saying that because sometimes only children are a little and maybe that's just
Spoiled and rotten, and everything is given to them, you know.
yes, yes. Shayla says she's super proud of your accomplishments.
Thank you,
I know.
classmate. That's my classmate.
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Love it, love it. And you ride motorcycles and you're the VP of the club.
I am.
Tell us about your bike. What kind of bike do you have?
I have a Road Glide Harley Davidson.
Nice.
Yes. Yep. So it's amazing. I love fixing it up. I love everything about it. So it's another one of my outlets.
Wow. So you are a whole biker babe.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's good stuff. I love it. So where does God fit into the grand scheme of everything?
Number one, he is the foundation. You know, nothing is accomplished without that. I pray every single day, all throughout the day or whatever. He hears everything. You know, there's no me without that. So that is the number one factor in my life, and it has to be inserted because there's time when you lose sight and your eye is not on him.
Mhm.
That's when things go left or whatever. So I mean, I'm reminded a lot of times that I need to stay focused because I sometimes lose sight and sometimes get off track with where I'm supposed to be. You know.
Definitely. So not losing sight. So he is the reason for everything you've accomplished, the source. He is
Yes,
the source. I love it. I'm believing that, eight figure is going to take off
I received
um,
that.
like never before. I have to get on
Yes.
there and I have to order me some items because I do walk every day. I need to step it up a little bit though. So I'm looking at this 6-week challenge.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
gonna hit you up for that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on here, hit her up. She's about to close out one class. She's going to a new class for the next 6 weeks, correct?
Right.
Meal planning, motivation, exercise, and come with a plan. Let's get our minds right. We got work to do. So in order to utilize the gifts that we have to be fit. We have to be fit. It's not an option.
Not an option.
So what do you want to leave the people with?
I just want to leave everyone with, like, put yourself first, take care of you. You know what I mean? Like, love yourself. Nobody else can be you. So be the best version of who you are and don't worry about being accepted. Like, accept yourself, love yourself, and everything else will fall in place.
Excellent. Excellent. Be you. I love it. Thank
Yes.
you so much, D. Blair. I appreciate your time, energy, the love that you have for what you do. And I would love to have you back anytime.
Yes. I appreciate you. I'm ready to come back. Just let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good night, you guys. That's been this episode of Open Vibes.
Peace out.